back to Melbourne 22. Wasn't that Farrier guy lovely with his little Christmas lights, spreading the joy?
I thought it was fantastic. Yeah, just sharing the love, you know. I like the name Farrier too. I love a good play on words. I thought Sickshaw would have been cool as well, but you know, whatever. He's got it figured out. Bee Gees.
All right, so moving along, every week we'll hit the streets and ask the public a series of questions.
This week's question, what animal would you be and why?
A dog.
A cat.
I'd probably be maybe a turtle.
A bird, maybe.
Because they live so long, so they probably see so many different things.
Just fly around, be free.
Probably a gorilla.
A tiger.
I don't really know why. I've just always seemed to have a fascination with them.
Powerful.
Large cat.
Capybara.
Bit of grace and power and yeah.
Never seen one. And it would be a moment of reflection.
I think I'd like to be a horse.
Oh man, I reckon I'd be a sloth.
I think I'd like to be a giraffe.
They get to move in slow-mo, but they get the most of everything that they do as well.
Aaron, need I ask, what animal would you be?
I think people always would associate themselves with an animal. Like I have always thought sparrow, because he's quick and he's fast. And he's like that, you know.
You're a sparrow.
I would be a sparrow if I was an animal.
With really big pecs though, like a big breastbone. Yeah. You're more like a red robin, like one of those ones, is it?
How's it go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon I'd be a giraffe. Mm-hmm. Lots of spots. I've got spots all over me and long legs,
right?
and I've got a tongue that just, you know. But anyway, moving along.
Okay.
So speaking of animals, everyone's got a little furry friend they love.
It's not getting any better, Anna.
Whether it be their childhood pet or a stray that decided to stay. But are you really being a responsible owner?
We caught up with Julie Flint, who runs the Melbourne Pet Ambulance Service. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Julie from Melbourne Pet Ambulance. So from the age of 12, I've always had a passion for animals. Starting at the Keysborough Animal Shelter, going as a volunteer, from there which led into vet nursing. I've been working as a veterinary nurse for 15 years. And that's led me to go into the emergency side of vet nursing, which has then let me be able to run the ambulance. Through the ambulance service, the members of the public call me with lost or found or injured animals. If there are clients' injured animals, they'll go to a clinic. If they're clearly being dumped or orphaned, then they'll come back here where they will have rehab. From there, there's also the pounds, there's pounds like Mildura, Swan Hill, Mornington that release their animals to a lot of rescue groups. So I've actually created my own rescue group here at home. Basically from there, the animals come into the program. Usually they're underage. They'll be desexed, microchipped, vaccinated and popped on pet rescue. And then they're able to find their forever homes from there. Brody had been passed around from home to home, foster carer to foster carer, unable to find the right home. Due to his size and boisterous nature, people were worried about his aggressive nature. And so he's actually one of the reasons I started rescue. As you can see, he's fitted in quite well. So in the ambulance itself, I have catch poles, I have nets, there's muzzles, restraining equipment, I do have body bags, IV fluids, catheters, in ambulance ready for any sort of emergency. Stretchers, a lot of the animals are too big to carry, so they will go onto a stretcher and two of us will be required to lift them into the ambulance service. This is Little Pete. Little Pete 8 months ago was actually put into a plastic bag when he was born in Box Hill. A cleaner at Box Hill TAFE actually heard a noise in the dump master and they jumped in the bin to pull him out. Not sure what to do. They actually called my ambulance service and I've actually raised him from newborn up until now where he's 8 months old. My passion drives basically knowing that I can actually do something to help the many animals out there. There are over 250,000 dogs and cats euthanized every year in pounds and shelters. So basically what drives me every day is knowing that I myself have saved 60 dogs in the last 5 months here at home from euthanasia.
Right, Anna, such beautiful little animals who let the dogs out. We've got a really cool segment coming up right now, don't we?
We do. Here with us in the studio, we're joined with Nicole Hoskin from Prahran Veterinary Clinic and Trish Burke from Pets Haven. Welcome, guys, and who have we got here?
We have Beau, who's a German Shorthair Pointer, Midnight, and Little Miss H.
All right, guys, so what is the process for dealing with animals that are in need?
Well, from my point of view, as in from being an animal shelter, we rescue animals from death row pounds where they would be euthanized after 8 days. We have veterinary clinics that ring us and say that, you know, that they have an animal in there that may require a new home. From puppy farms, I think we all know how horrendous puppy farms are, and from members of the community. Sometimes things happen in life and people become ill, marriage breakups, or they can't take their pet to a rental property. So there's a lot of animals out there that really need a second chance.
What advice would you give people that find beautiful animals like this that are dumped, or they just find, what would you advise people to do?
I'd probably advise them to bring them into the vet clinic where we can assess their health to start off with, and once we've assessed that they're healthy, then we can contact people like Trish to come and collect them and try and rehome them and find new homes for them. Yep. There's a lot of dogs out there and a lot of animals in general that need a good, loving home. We just need to put them in touch with the right people.
Yeah. But if you do find an animal, you know, walking the streets, you do have to, you know, visit a local vet clinic to see if the animal has a microchip, or contact a local pound, because that animal could really be lost and wanting to go back home.
Yeah.
I reckon we should call this guy Limelight, not Midnight. He's,
you actually look really handsome
over there.
Oh, no, look, it's all right.
He loves you.
He's such a good boy.
You want to say something in the microphone? It's just down here.
Beau's getting totes jealous over there.
Oh, yeah, you love that. Oh, yeah. What's the process for adoption post-rescue?
Okay, for us, to come into the shelter, the animals are all temperament tested and their health is assessed before being placed up for an adoption. Yeah. And when you come in and you want to adopt an animal, if you actually have, we call it a resident dog, a dog at home, we ask you to bring that dog in so that they can meet the possible adoptee dog to see if they all get along, and we actually have a park and go for a walk. And the process is, it's more so about matching up the right animal with the right people. Yep. Some people come in and they have in mind a particular dog or cat that they want or saw online or somewhere, but they walk out the door adopting somebody else.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, Nicole, you've brought in some equipment, haven't you, today, to help us, teach us about how to look after our pets?
So Trish mentioned before about microchips, and I bought in a microchip. This is great. So
can we microchip me?
No.
Would it be difficult? Like, I'm sure we could just find a little spot behind my ear there.
Probably could, but I'm sure you'll yell.
Your girlfriend might want to microchip you after that earlier comment.
No, it's this is a microchip, so it comes in a sealed container, so it's totally sterile. Okay. And what we do is we implant them under the skin, just between the shoulder blades in dogs and cats. And then we have a scanner that will come along. I assume these guys have got microchips, and we just go across and we hear a little beep, and that'll tell us the number of the animal or the microchip that's in that animal. What we then do is we contact a central animal database, and we can do that online. And within about 5 minutes of an animal walking in our veterinary clinic, we can have owner's details, second contact details, which is really important if they've been injured or if they're lost, for instance. Some people are unaware that their dogs are out wandering the streets, and you know, if we can get a hold of someone really quickly, then it means that we can keep them safe until someone can come collect them, and whether that be a shelter or whether it be their owners. And that's really important.
It's amazing work that you guys do.
So it's a fun job.
It's emotional but rewarding.
I can imagine. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies.
Well, coming up after the break, we get a brief history lesson on a certain Melbourne landmark.
And we hear the Habits perform their latest hit, Unlost.
You're doing good, don't worry about it.